Okay, I would describe xenogenders as a gender that could not typically be described with terms such as masculinity, femininity, neutrality, androgyny, things like that. It's more of not how you relate to a particular gendered experience, but more of how you relate to things. For example, cake gender. I know a few people who personally use this. It's typically described as them feeling light and fluffy or sweet and warm, and it's not something that you could typically describe with the terms masculine, feminine, androgynous, etc. Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That is the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Jesus Christ.
Yes, you heard that correctly. Cake gender. Where do they find the time to come up with this stuff?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's what you'd think, right? Anyway, we're back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're all having an amazing day. In the last video, we took a little detour for a very special presentation of former Vice President Joe Biden's dream team of diverse appointees. I'm going to link that up in the top at the end of this video if you want to check it out. It's alarming clown world personified, you might say. So check that out after this. But we are back on track today. We're going to see some new levels of crazy I don't think we've seen yet in today's episode of Woke TIK TOK Fails.
TikTok is degenerate trash. Correct.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay?
Yes, I agree, and I think that is probably going to ring true with Calvin Klein. If you would place your attention on the screen for a minute, if we check Calvin Klein's sales in a year from now, I'd be willing to bet some money that they're going to be plunging. As it says, Calvin Klein hires pregnant man for new campaign. I'll read that one more time in case you thought you heard me wrong. Calvin Klein hires pregnant man for new campaign.
That doesn't make sense.
Of course it doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense in the picture. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's a pregnant person sitting there. Beard, and underneath on the chest, they've got this is horrifying. The zipper-looking scars under there, as my buddy Matt calls them, zipper teats. Trying to clean it up a little bit. I'm sure you guys can. Zipper teats. Anyway, all right, enough of this nonsense. Thank you guys so much for coming back. Listen, as I said, we've got some new levels of crazy today. Now, at the end of the video, we're going to be playing a quick little game. It's going to be parody versus real life. See if you can choose. We're going to show a couple of different clips, parody versus real life, and you're going to have to decide which one is real, since everything seems like parody these days. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Plus, with the game we're playing at the end, we're going to have a very special guest appearance by the one and only JP Sears from the YouTube channel Awaken with JP, one of the greatest comedians alive today. So stick around for that. And without further ado, let's just get into it. So with this whole Roe versus Wade thing going on, we're seeing a lot of white, liberal, and progressive women talking about why nobody should be having kids. You guys remember, it's always the eyes. Just watch the eyes. Roll the film, please.
You know you're a millennial when you question whether or not it's ethical to bring children into this world. Because of climate change, we don't really know whether or not the world's going to be habitable in 30 years. So why would I bring children into this world?
The eyes, Chico. They never lied.
Cuckoo.
These people aren't well. Ugh. So, because they've been thoroughly convinced that the world is coming to an end in a very short time, they're just going to dedicate their lives to social justice activism and forego starting a family. It's a sad, sad trend. Sad trend. Let's keep it moving. And here is another one of those peaches. Roll it.
So I've had 2 abortions. Nothing medical. I just find it incredibly morally unethical to bring another human being, another child, into this late stage capitalistic show that is causing the literal extinction of our species in our lifetime. This child that you want born so badly isn't going to live to see 30. And I need you to hear that. I need you to understand it. But enough about climate change.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
All right, enough of those crazy. Enough of those crazies. Let's switch back to the pronouns. Crazy. The pronouns. So we're gonna do a pronoun check here. We've seen several of these on this channel in these videos in the past. So it's a pronoun check, and they do their little thing, which ones they have with. I'm gonna mute it because there's a song in the back, and I'll read it out loud in case it's hard to see. It says pronoun check. Roll the film. Pronoun check. He, him, Mr., himself. 9 out of 10 most used. Okay. She, her, miss, herself. No, negative. I will be angry. They, them, mix, themself. 10 out of 10. I love you. Okay. Mow, moss, moss, plant. What? 10, 100. What?
You get wacky on me. What the fuck are we talking about here?
I don't know what we're talking about. This person wants us to call them moss and plant. The person in the first clip wanted to identify as a cake. What?
Did anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Okay, all right. Everybody just calm down, take a deep breath, especially me. Listen, that's why I absolutely love this community of like-minded, rational, sane individuals where we can come together and air our grievances. So I love you guys. And speaking of that, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Become a member of the greatest community on the YouTubes. You guys already know it. Smash that thumbs up button. Like that comment section up. Share this video out. Let's keep it moving. Oh, boy. I'm almost afraid to. And since we're on pronouns, let's just play this quick clip. So it says 2021, so it's from last year. All right. So these people literally change their pronouns every month, and they expect us, all of us, me, you guys, all of us, to remember every month they have different pronouns, and we got to remember, or we're the hateful bigots. Roll the film, please.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Please get some help. So, as you can see, their pronouns change every month. January, they, them. February, they, them. March, they, he. April, they, he. Well, they're a little consistent. May, he, him. June, July, August, he, him. September, he, him. October, he, they. November, they, them. December, they, them. And just keep in mind, guys, that in some places it's already becoming law that if you misgender or use the wrong pronouns for somebody, you're breaking the law. Keep it moving. Oh, and by the way, listen, guys, we have no sponsors for today's video. No sponsors for today's video. If you would like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below. And I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. And I just want to give a huge shout out to the 5 sponsors we had last video: Steve Harla, Boltonator, Thomas Vabro, Wendy's Wonderful World, and Hobo Art and Apparel. So thank you guys all so much. I know I said it late in the last video because it was a different video format, but thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Oh, and by the way, there's a little thanks button they've added to my channel down below with a heart on it. I'm not sure what that's about. Someone asked me about it, if they wanted to give a donation or tip or whatever it is through the little thanks button down below, if I would shout them out as a sponsor. Absolutely. If someone said that in the comments. So if you want to do that, you're going to get a shout out as well, unless you say you don't want one. All right. This says men. Men what? Roe versus Wade? Sure. Roll it. It says, in case you can't read it for our blind subscribers and people sitting way in the back, it says, men, get a vasectomy because I'm about to get one. Okay.
Same here. Since they're not going after our bodily autonomy, then we will do the responsible thing to protect anyone with a uterus. The ruling class isn't getting any workers out of me.
You serious?
Listen, guy, I think you're going to be okay. Don't make any rash decisions or rush out and do anything crazy right now. I think you're going to be fine. I know you're just beating them away with a stick. All the ladies that are pouring at, coming at you every day. Just try to hold them off and just think about what you're doing here. Keep it moving. All right, these people have no self-awareness. They don't know anything. Listen to what this genius says. Roll the film, please.
With all this Roe v. Wade stuff, all I know is that Amy Coathanger Barrett should be adopting some kids because she's the one pushing for adoption as an option.
Oh, what's that say? How many children does Amy Coney Barrett have? She's got 7 children. 2 were adopted from Haiti. Say that one more time, miss.
With all this Roe v. Wade stuff, all I know is that Amy Coathanger Barrett should be adopting some kids because she's the one pushing for adoption as an option.
Got him! Got him!
Now, if Rosie Red Cheeks here just paid the smallest bit of attention or looked into what she was talking about, I didn't know anything about Amy Coney Barrett until the hearings, the Senate hearings for the Supreme Court appointment. Whoever questions it all came out during that. So I said, "Oh wow, that's cool. She adopted a couple of kids, black kids from Haiti. Cool." I thought everybody was aware of that. Clearly not these people. They live in a bubble. Anyway, let's keep it moving. It has nothing to do with politics, but I'd be willing to bet this is a Joe Biden voter, and the price of gas obviously doesn't faze her at all. Wow. Wow.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
There's got to be one of a couple of things happening here. I don't honestly think that somebody could be that dumb. Possibly, it's either a car wash and it's water coming out and someone's playing a prank. Funny, got me. Or this person is, I don't know, messed up on drugs, bath salts or something going on there. I don't know. Look, she wipes the lights with her bare hand. I think she doesn't have gloves on. If that was gasoline, wouldn't that be burning a little bit? I mean, the smell. Well, she's got her obedience mask on, so bizarre. Let's makes sense in the world we live in. Keep it moving. All right, this next clip's insane. This is a kindergarten teacher. Yes, teacher feature. This is our first teacher feature. We got a couple more. Talking to other teachers about how to teach white privilege and explaining how she taught white privilege through Zoom, and she's mocking some of the parents. Roll the film, please.
So this is like a small story mixed with like what we need. Last year I taught entirely remotely, which means all of the parents got to hear all of my teaching, which is very exciting. The other part is that I was teaching remote kindergarten, which is hilarious, by the way. Everyone should try it. And so I did a lesson on white privilege, essentially. I talked about how some people are treated differently based on what they look like, and all the parents heard it. And I received some emails that were like, wow, that was a really powerful lesson. Thank you for starting that conversation. And then I received some emails that were like, how dare you treat my white child differently? I'm like, Was that hard for you? So I think some of the things we need are,
You need to shut the fuck up.
That went on for about another 2 minutes, but it just increasingly got more condescending and more bizarre. With Bozo the Clown here, so there was 2 other or 3 other teachers in there, 2 or 3, and they looked kind of like kindergarten teachers. And then you have Bozo here talking about teaching kindergartners white privilege, and the parents didn't like it. You know, some of the parents didn't like it, and oh well, that's what was it, too hard for them to handle? Why is she teaching that to kindergarten? Why? I mean, all right. Quick update is I'm pretty sure this teacher got fired. Which good, perfect. You want to teach young children that because of their skin color they're different than all the other children, then you don't belong anywhere around children. So good. I'm almost positive that happened. That's been happening quite a bit lately with these teachers exposing themselves. Moving right along. All right, this next one is fairly alarming. These are all teachers here. I think 4th, 5th grade, I don't know, elementary school, which is K through 5. And they have a club. They have a LDP,
LGBTQ2 plus.
Yes, that is exactly what I said. That club for the 4th and 5th grade students, and these teachers intentionally mislabel the club to the parents. They call the club a different name. You're going to hear it all here. Also, not in this Zoom clip, but another one I'm not going to play. These teachers tell the students to keep secrets from their parents, that they're going to be called whatever pronoun they want and identify as whatever gender they want in the classrooms. If it's different from what it is at home, and all these teachers are going to keep that a secret from the parents. I think these teachers are in some hot water now, but roll the film, please.
The only formal communication that we've sent home was to 4th and 5th grade students. We told them they didn't have to, it wasn't a permission slip. It was just something that was like one way communication to home about our club. And I didn't hear any pushback from anybody regarding that. But also we intentionally left it broad in that it was a club about acceptance, tolerance, diversity, and identity. And then on campus, we do announce it to all the grades when we're having an event. In particular, like if it's Rainbow Club meeting, we'll have like in the morning announcements, or for the door decorating contest, we've talked about it whole school. But
I don't know. It's really messed up. Super gay.
Yeah, that's really messed up. That's evil. These people are evil. They are intentionally mislabeling a club, the paperwork they're sending home to the parents, to make it sound like it's just some club where kids learn how to be friends and cooperate and share. Instead, it's some club where they're teaching 4th and 5th graders about sexual orientation, identification, gender ideology, all this insane stuff that you guys already know. I don't need to explain it. It just gets me very heated, very angry. Moving right along. Oh, it's not only the teachers and educators. Now it's the doctors and nurses. This is one of those people that creates the zipper, as I said, the zipper scars, as my buddy Matt says, the zipper eats. Roll the film.
So I'm here to clarify and speak some truths about what's happening with gender-affirming care in adolescents. Most of the bills that are going through right now aim to limit this care for people under the age of 18. And there's this false narrative that a lot of teenagers are having gender-affirming surgery. Most of the teenagers that are having surgery are getting chest surgery, and most of that is happening before 18 because these individuals didn't have access to early enough medical treatment. So using surgery as sort of this false narrative to attack gender-affirming care as a whole is not correct. The truth is that by limiting access to medical care with some of these bills, you're actually going to cause more people to need gender-affirming surgical care in the future.
time ago, being crazy meant something. Nowadays, everybody's crazy.
Yes, everybody is losing their minds. And we've seen plenty of teachers and educators. Now the doctors and the nurses have lost it. And I know, it's not all of them. I know there are some great doctors and nurses out there, just like there's still some great teachers out there. However, I did see a story, it's 100% true, of a nurse that was in nursing school. A student in nursing school was about to draw blood from somebody who noticed her pronoun pin that said she, her, and said, of course your pronouns are she, her. What else would they be? Well, this nursing student purposely stuck this guy several times just to cause him pain, to try to find the vein, pretended she couldn't find it, wanted to cause this man pain, and did. Moving right along. All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up here in just a minute. So I just want to say, if you made it this far, give yourselves a round of applause, a pat on the back. You guys know I cannot do this alone, so thank you so much for trudging ahead with me. And also, guys, I just want to say I'm extremely excited about this community growing. I love seeing all the new people in the comments. I love seeing all you guys that have been here from way back still in the comments, too. I just want to say thank you. There's really no way for me to express the gratitude I have for this community and the way we're growing and the fun we're having, the fun I'm having. I hope you guys are having fun and laughing, because you guys are keeping me laughing in the comments. In these crazy times, it's good to have a place like this to come and just laugh. And I know it's tough, but we got to keep doing it. We got to laugh, guys, because if we stop laughing, we're doomed. Anyway, so we're going to be wrapping it up in just a minute. But as I said, we're going to be playing Parody or Real Life. See if you can make the right choice here. Now, if you're looking at this picture and you say that can't be a real school teacher, that can't be a real classroom. Someone's putting it on. No, I assure you, that is a real teacher in a classroom. And this is a math class in San Jose, California. Black Lives Matter shirt, rainbows everywhere. And this is the same classroom.
Wait, whoa! What the
I know. I cannot believe this. There should, any teacher that hangs a BLM anything, t-shirt, flag, banner, or any of these rainbow things in a classroom, needs to be gone. That's not what classrooms are. Those are political statements. All right, I've rambled far too much in this video. We're going to get to Parody or Real Life with our very special guest, JP Sears from the YouTube channel Awaken with JP. See if you can guess which one.
It's my job to guide your growth and development, keep you safe, instill my values into you, teach you how to become a leader, and watch you go to the bathroom. And we'll go around the room and share our names and sexuality with everyone in just a moment. Okay, it's important that everyone clearly understands my sexuality so we know where we stand with each other. In a little bit, we'll do an assignment where you decide what your gender is. Here are permission slips to go on our field trip at the end of the month to Disneyland. Now, if your parents won't sign it, just let me know and I'll sign it instead, because you are mine now. Now, let's do something that'll be healthy for your very impressionable young minds. We're gonna go around and decide what our genders are. Now, you might be a boy, you might be a girl, or you might be trans. Johnny.
Now, was that the real teacher, or is this the real teacher?
My kids from last year are now in 5th grade, and they come visit me almost every day after school. And a lot of them are queer because I am queer, and they figured it out, and so I've become their safe space. And today they found my Guess Who, and they started playing Guess Who, but they didn't play it the normal way. How did they play it? They used things like, this person looks like a lesbian baddie who's going to come over and make you dinner. Well, which one of these characters is a lesbian baddie that's gonna come over and make you dinner? Oh, Olivia is? Oh, great. Which character just looks gay? Well, meet Mike. These kids, I'm so happy that they are figuring out who they are and that they're happy with who they are and that they found a safe place. But man, I could never imagine being in 5th grade saying these things out loud, even though I know they're all okay. I grew
grew up super religious where nothing was okay. And so seeing this happen, I'm like, ah! But I'm also like, yay! But ah!
All right, now obviously, I'm sure most of you know which one's real and which one's parody. And if you haven't seen that video with JP Sears doing the whole leftist teacher thing, I'll link that in the description box below so you guys can check that out. Hilarious. It's just so insane how his whole thing with parody was so close to the real thing. It's not good. It's not good. I think this teacher got canned too. Beautiful. Perfect. All right, we're going to wrap this up here.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
All men and women created by you know the thing.